Hey YouTube, I'm Lawwrry and this will be part 1 in my beginner's guide to Fire Emblem heroes. This part will talk about game mechanics, while later parts I'll cover things such as summoning, building units, the arena, special game modes and events, as well as the community. Hope you guys enjoy this series. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about in Fire Emblem heroes are the units. This game features units at 1 to 5 star rarities, and this is indicated by their star count under the portrait. As a new player, your main goal should be to get as many new 5 stars as you can, since a lot of the game's content will require that you have multiple 5-star units, such as rival domains or arena assault. 5 stars can be summoned in the game using orbs, but you won't have the luxury of constantly summoning 5-star units. So what happens to all the 3 and 4-star units that you summon along the way? Are they useless? Well, of course not, because with the unlocking potential feature, or promotion as the fandom calls it, allows you to bring a lower rarity unit all the way up to 5 stars. For example, consider a 3-star Linus. If I want to promote him to 4 stars, I need to bring him to level 20 and use 2000 feathers and 20 green badges. Units for up to 5 stars this way will have the exact same stats as another unit summoned natively at 5 stars, ignoring IVs of course, which I will explain in another video. Next up are the different types of units that you can find in Fire Emblem heroes. There are 4 different movement types that you can find in the game. These include infantry, cavalry, flyer, and armored units. Infantry units can move 2 spaces and into forests, but this reduces their movement to 1. Cavalry can move up to 3 spaces, but cannot go through forests. Flyers can move 2 spaces and ignores the effects of terrain, but are weak to archers. Armored units can only naturally move 1 space, but are able to move 2 with the help of certain skills. Within these classes, a unit can either be melee or ranged. Units with less movement tend to have more total stat points, and units that are ranged will tend to have less total stat points. On screen, you can see a table of different BST stat categories. Pre-boosted BST referring to the period before when units started having increased BST totals. Looking at this table, you can generally see how much BST each different unit type has. The first thing you'll notice when the game starts and everything is downloaded is the tutorial, which explains the basic mechanics of Fire Emblem. For the sake of this video, I won't repeat everything in the tutorial because I'll assume that you've completed it. Anyways, after you've completed the tutorial, you'll be awarded 15 orbs and have a few options available to you. From here, I recommend that you summon a free Choose Your Legends hero, as every account has access to a free neutral 5-star copy. On screen, I've ranked them in order of usefulness to a new player. You can pick any of them, but my strong recommendation is to go with Brave Lyn, who is one of the strongest heroes in the game and has aged better than the 3 other units. I would actually place Lucina higher than Brave Ike due to team building utility. However, Brave Ike is still a great unit in his own right, and in the end, they're more useful than Brave Roy, who faces steep competition from the newer Red Cavalry units. As it turns out, there are 2 more free 5-star units that you can get, Legendary Ike and Fjorm. You can get these 2 by clearing Xenologue 3, the People's Hero for Vanguard Ike, and Book 2, Chapter 1 for Fjorm. You only need to clear normal mode to get these heroes, so don't worry about hard or lunatic. These 2 along with Brave Lyn are able to clear a good portion of the game's content. Many other content creators release free-to-play guides that use these 3 units, so be sure to keep them around. I also recommend that you summon for some 5-star heroes at this point. For a new player, the Legendary Heroes banner, or the Hero Fest banner that is specifically open to new players, is a great place to get new 5-star units, although the Legendary Heroes banner comes at the end of each month, so you might need to wait a while for that. Once you have some 5-star units, you should mainly focus on clearing story maps on 1 difficulty level at a time. Don't worry about being able to do everything just yet, focus on getting as many orbs as you can to summon 5-star units. Although if you have a particular character that you want to use, you can use the many free-to-play guides out there and use all your orbs for this one character. People have done it before, so it is definitely possible. Now that you have a goal to work on, I'll continue on with the game's mechanics. The main feature of Fire Emblem heroes that keeps players invested is the skills system. Each character has 7 slots to work with, and these are the weapon, assist, special, A, B, C, and seal slot in which players can give skills to. Most units have some base skills that they start off with, but the main draw of this system is skill inheritance. Under the Ally Growth tab, you have the option to inherit skills where a unit on the right gives a maximum of 3 skills to a unit on the left. Many skills are tiered and have 3 versions, which often means that generally only 1 skill is inherited to a desired unit. There are many combinations, and I'll get into that mechanic more on a later video. As mentioned before, there is a seal slot for skills, but no skill inheritance is required to use these seals. Instead, these are items that you can make in the Sacred Seal Forge or are earned by playing Tempest Trials. They can also be earned by completing quests for the Initiate Seals or Squad Assault for the Squad Assault Seals. To make the Forge available, you have to complete Book 1, Chapter 13 and Intermission A Power Awakens, both on normal difficulty. Each seal will have either 1, 2, or 3 tiers, which will mean that you need to upgrade them if they have multiple tiers. These upgrades cost sacred coins, badges, and great badges. Generally, 150 sacred coins, 460 great badges, and 1200 badges are needed to upgrade a tier 1 seal all the way up to tier 3. As a new player, the must upgrade sacred seals are Close Defense, Distant Defense, Quick Riposte, and Heavy Blade. You can create these seals at the Forge for 20 great badges, 100 badges, and 40 sacred coins. There are definitely other great seals out there, but these 4 are definitely the best and most used sacred seals. Weapons can also be refined and upgraded in this game by the Weapon Refinery. The Weapon Refinery requires that you complete Book 1, Chapter 13 and Intermission Rite of Blades, both on normal difficulty. The Refinery gives players the option to give additional effects to most weapons, with mainly 4 stat boosting refines, or for some weapons, a special effect. Do note that you cannot skill inherit refined weapons to other units, so make sure you inherit the base weapon to another unit, then refine the weapon. You can also evolve some weapons into a more powerful version of themselves, such as killer weapons into slaying weapons, or aura into dark aura. These refines or evolutions require arena medals, refining stones, divine dew, and SP. Regular inheritable weapons will only require arena medals, refining stones, and SP, whereas legendary preferred weapons will require divine dew, arena medals, and SP. Arena medals can be earned in the arena and quests. Refining stones are awarded as weekly arena and arena assault rewards, and divine dew is primarily earned by spending refining stones. The amount of divine dew gained is equivalent to the amount of stones used. Divine dew can also be earned by playing the Blessed Garden maps and Infernal Rival Domain maps. Lastly, the Summoner Ally Support mechanic allows you to give additional stat buffs to a particular unit. Summoner Support is given to a single unit and gives a flat stat bonus, whereas Allied Support is formed between any 2 units and gives spur buffs during battle when the 2 allied units are nearby. Summoner Support starts at rank C and gives HP plus 3 and Res plus 2, all the way up to rank S, giving HP plus 5 and plus 2 to all combative stats. As you can see, S rank is like the equivalent of a 6-star stat boost, so to make the most out of these stats, it is generally better to give the support to a unit that can use HP, attack, speed, defense, and resistance all at the same time. Allied support works in a similar manner to supports in the mainline games and requires you to be adjacent or 1 space away to receive stat bonuses. Being 1 space away halves the bonuses from allied support. There is a limit of 1 unit being able to be summoner supported at any one time, and an ally may only have 1 allied support at any one time. A unit can have both a summoner and allied support, and these bonuses do in fact stack. If you were to change the supported unit to someone else, then back to the original unit, their support will be reset back to rank C. That was a lot of information to take in, so let's recap on the goals that a new player should aim for. You should try and finish chapter 13 and the 2 intermission chapters as soon as possible, so you can unlock the Sacred Seal Forge and the Weapon Refinery. Next, you should try and get as many 5 stars as possible so you can clear the content that requires multiple units. Lastly, you should upgrade the 4 must upgrade sacred seals, which will be invaluable for clearing content in the game. This has been part 1 of my video guide series, and in the next episode I will cover summoning and resource management. Until then, good luck on your pulls, and go build an army.